All right guys, welcome to this video today. Now in this video, I'm going to go with you the risks and benefits when buying short-term health insurance. I'm going to share with you the 4 most important factors you need to look for. And I'm also going to share my personal opinion on what you should get based on what your needs and desires are. So I'm outside here in Houston. It's kind of cold. I'm walking my buddy's dog. There's Lobo. He doesn't care to be in the video. Maybe he's a little shy right now. But anyways, you can actually do a free quote on pivothealthinsuranceplans.com. It's not going to ask you any personal information, just basic information, your age, zip code, basic things like that. But if you want to follow along, so the 4 things you need to look for are your deductible, your max out of pocket, your lifetime coverage, and your co-insurance. Based off those numbers, it's going to really determine the price of how much your coverage is going to cost you monthly, but also how much the insurance is going to kick in. So like I said, with the deductible, that's how much you're going to have to pay before your insurance kicks in. Your max out of pocket, obviously, is pretty simple and explanatory. And like I said, your lifetime coverage. Your co-insurance, to me, honestly, isn't that big a deal, but I just kind of threw that in there because a lot of people do worry about that stuff. But like I said, in order to do a quote, like I said, just go to pivothealthinsuranceplans.com. And then if you want to follow along with me. So for instance, on myself, I'm a 37-year-old male here in Houston, Texas. Like I said, if I look at the economy rate, well, first of all, let's take a step back. I forgot to mention over how to do a quote on yourself. Now there's 2 options. Your first 2 options are going to be up to 180 days. And then over 180 days. So what that basically means is that with short-term health insurance, instead of resetting every year like most health insurance plans, it's going to either set every 90 days or up to 364 days. So just like people hate meeting their hate health insurance because they don't meet their deductible per year, you're going to have those same risks when you buy short-term health insurance. So keep that in mind. Honestly, unless you're waiting for your health insurance to kick in at your new job or something like that, I would just recommend going with the 180 and above. It's not going to be that much difference, and I'll kind of go over through the differences of what those are. So the next option is going to be easy to manage and most affordable. Honestly, I don't recommend you getting the easy to manage either, because it's going to actually I'm sorry, I don't recommend you getting the most affordable, because it's going to reset every 90 days, even if you get the over 180 days. I would go and go to easy to manage. It's going to give you the longest term for your health insurance. So that's what you really want. You know, obviously you don't plan on using your health insurance like most people. And just to kind of take one step back from that, this health insurance is really designed for healthy people. It's not designed for sick people with pre-existing conditions. It's not going to cover pre-existing conditions or maternity. So keep that in mind when you're buying this insurance. Now, some policies may be slightly different, but I'm going over this policy specifically. And it may vary state to state. It may vary on your zip code. It may vary on your age, obviously. But let me just kind of go over what it pulled up for my information. So like I said, when I pulled up the rates on myself, the economy rates, if I did the 90-day reset period, which was the most affordable, it was $80. But if I did the easy to manage, it was only $20 more, $101. So to me, I went ahead and chose the economy with the 101 with the easy to manage. Honestly, the reason I chose it is because I don't go to a doctor unless I rode there in an ambulance. So I'm not going to go there for a runny nose. I'm not going to go there because my tummy aches. I'm going to go there because I rode there in an ambulance. So to me, that's the best choice because, like I said, I don't ever go to doctors. But you may want more coverage. You may want you know, different options, and I'll kind of go over those with you really quick what those are. So the second option, or the second one down, or it's going to be a little bit down on your screen if you're doing a quote right now. One of the options is a choice option. So for instance, on myself, it's only $50 more, and what that does is it functions more like traditional health insurance. Because there's a $30 copay for doctor's visits. The first economy option does not have a doctor's visit option. You're just gonna have to meet your deductible. So like I said, for instance, on mine, I think my deductible I chose was like $10,000. So I'm probably not gonna have a $10,000 doctor's visit. But also too, you're also going to get a, when you go to the hospital, you're going to have to pay a small separate deductible. So I think it was like $450 or $750, something like that. But And that's just on top of whatever your deductible. So if your deductible is $1,000, it's going to be $1,500 or whatever it may be. So the next option, this is the most like traditional health insurance. It's the PPO option. Like I said, it may not be available in your area. It may not be available for your age. But I'm just throwing this out there. This is what pulled up for me. It does have all the other stuff like the copays, but instead of having the deductible on your insurance, it also has a max per day, but it also includes prescriptions. And like I said, I wouldn't choose it only because I don't ever use prescriptions, but if prescriptions are important to you, then the PPO option is a good option for you. So the next level is the standard. It does have prescriptions, but also with deductibles, it's kind of different, you know. But if you're used to prescriptions, if you're used to deductibles, you may want that option. But like I said, I don't do that. But it does not include doctor's visits, so it's kind of weird that they kind of took that out. I don't know why. So honestly, I would go one step up, which was the deluxe option, which does include doctor's visits, and it does include prescriptions. For instance, on myself, that option was $232 a month, so still more affordable than most people's health insurance. But I encourage you to just do a quote on yourself. If you have any questions, I'll leave a link on there on this video. But also, I'm going to leave a link for another page I also have that I also recommend. It's called Affordable Health Insurance Alternatives. I also recommend I just use the word recommend like 10 times. But I recommend putting a supplemental policy with it. Like for instance, I have the hospital policy. So it's gonna help me meet my deductibles a lot quicker. It's definitely super affordable, but you may wanna get a cancer policy. You may wanna get like a heart policy, accident policy, whatever it may be. But there's gonna be all that information on the second link too. So if you have any questions, I'll leave my contact information on here for you too. So, all right, thanks for your time, bye.